Good old Maarten. Making 6 scenes. Let's take a peek, huh? You know what's really bugging me about my stream is that bar. That bar above the if I press F11, does it? Yeah, it gets rid of it. That's what I'm talking about. We can work with that. MVDH. So, right off the bat, environment artist. That's cool. I like it. This shot looks pretty cool. The lighting on this grass blades feel really strange to me. I think because they're like the light's up here, but then the highlight is on the bottom edge of that. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going on there. But I like how you're using your background to highlight your current personal project. It's kind of like this is what I'm up to. That's a cool way of approaching that that type of presentation. Maybe like putting it down here or framing it more like up in this area instead of maybe on this side. It feels a little strange. If you can format it in a way where you can point, like draw a little arrow, it's like check the blog for more work in progress images. Next, I would say in these images, I don't think you need the Unreal Engine logo in the corner. Because see, like, it says contaminated UE4 scene, the Division fan art. You could probably just say contaminated Division fan art or contaminated. Just name the scene and leave it simple like that. Because when you mouse over, it just becomes really busy. So let's go ahead and look at this. So this is, I can tell you did a ton of research because I recognize a lot of these assets, or at least the reference pulled to create those assets. I feel like these chairs might be a little high. And the table, like everything is just a little too squared up as far as the tables are concerned, like how they're positioned. But in general, I like the attention to wires and cables and stuff like that. All these little details that are coming out. I don't see any cups or anything. I guess you wouldn't want to be drinking while you're in this space like this, right? Get infected because you're in a contamination zone. Yeah, this is cool. Are these the spline? They must be if you're doing this type of stuff. I'm listening to a really weird song right now. Hang on. This is really... It's a girl who keeps saying naked and then there's like weird dripping noises. Like, what's happening? This is pretty cool though. I think the darker values on the side could really benefit from maybe boosting the your GI bounce, like just kind of cranking the colors up a little bit so you get some color in your shadows. Definitely's got that fog going on though, that's for sure. These props are all very strangely pointing the same direction. I love this shot. Dude, all you need are like footprints, maybe a little bit of blood. I like angles like this because you really see the attention to roughness, or like the variety in how the roughness plays across all the surfaces. This is cool too. Nice silhouette and material breakup. That's terrifying. You kind of want to see like a cleaner down there, just like the flick of a fire. Like some flames. Pretty cool though. What is that madness? I heard noises. Effects animator with a raid with a party of 4. That's not enough to take down this boss. How you doing? Thank you for the raid. How's everyone doing? We are looking at portfolios right now. Right now we're looking at Maarten's. You just got here for the beginning of it, actually. I bring what I can. Hey man, if they're geared, you guys are going to be totally fine. Either way, in about 49 minutes, you'll have slayed me. I'll be slain. Um, this one's pretty cool. So these being inflated like this is really interesting, and the detail normal and detail information going on in this surface is dope. Nice job on the making this roll feel correct. Make 4 men feel like 100. Hold. So this is pretty cool. I think the glow stick positions feel very weird. I think just because they're all hanging. 50 DKP plus, no. The power level's over 50k DPK. Yeah, they're all kind of hanging in a very strange way, which kind of feels like they're placed. I like the addition of it here. I've never known glow sticks to be hung. I think having them scattered across the ground would be pretty cool. And I don't know if you've seen like some of the more recent glow sticks, at least in the film, are these like really kind of big, thick tubes where they crack them and they're super bright, and then they throw them down a hall, and they usually are kind of bent from the crack. Those could be pretty interesting here. You're losing a little bit of the effectiveness as well because of how bright the scene is overall. Like I would expect these glow sticks maybe to be on the ground and then kind of glowing from the bottom floor up, maybe about up to here, and then the rest of the illumination is coming from the bounce from the light that's around the corner. Look at how little props there are though. That's so cool. Like you could do so much with so few props. Super cool. So this one, I actually sent this around at work because it was freaking cool. That flag. So, dude, everything is like spot on. Let me make sure. Oh, I'm tired. Just to see if I'm ready to go look for a job. I know I have to learn a lot, but learning will happen the most on the job, I assume. Yes, this is very true. When I was in school, I was learning, right? When I got into work within 6 months, 4 years of education got blown away by the amount of stuff I was learning in like 6 months. You don't necessarily need substance skills as well. Like you're saying, I know substance designer is lacking in my skill set at the moment. I am working on it. Unless you're trying to be a substance texture artist, I would leave your texturing or your displaying of substance as a texturing tool to just like building your scenes out and just showing the icon that you're using Substance Painter and Designer to texture your stuff. This shot though, oh man, so good. I don't have too much to say on this scene. It's pretty spot on. It's got the feeling. The feels are good, man. The mood, the lighting. The attention to detail and where the roughness is. Dude, look at that. It looks like they were like soot covered and then someone grabbed them and kind of scraped away the details. Then the real learning begins. Get good enough so that they hire you, and then let your brain melt over the next few years. Oh yeah, I remember saying that in this shot, this wall felt a little too reflective. It is like a metal surface, I guess, so maybe there's just a little too much tooth in the normal. That might be able to get toned down and be okay. Honey Badger, what's up, man? Honey Badger, don't give it. Pretty solid, though. Oh, what the? This is awesome. All right, I must continue forward. So I know this started as this is a rock and lighting sketches study. I like that it sketches. That's great. You can sketch in 3D. It's totally fine. So shape-wise, this is pretty solid. There's a few areas where it starts to feel a little on the low poly side, and I'm really missing like some bounce light hitting on those undersides there. It's happening there a little bit. Man, I really like bounce, like that GI look that you can get where it's pretty exaggerated. Either way, there's some pretty interesting angles here. It's cool. This one feels a little odd. That's great. Curious, that's great. I think it could probably utilize detail normal to really like sell the scale of it, and then I think you'd be good. So I think you need. This is tough. So these ones are a bit on the fan art side. Like this one feels like you recycled some assets from here to make this. And then this one's more of a steady. I really like this one. I think the thing should be over here. And I think you need one more scene that's on this level. Like these are really solid, but this one like really shows you as an artist versus like these ones are more fan art feeling. I get one more scene. It's coming. I mean, I see that background. It's coming. All right. I think that is it for the portfolio reviews. Let me see where we're at on the Discord forum stuff. Next week we've got Joe Sieber, Mox, Ruben, and Theater Hacks, I think is the name. Yes. Okay, I'll be right back. And then Discord critiques.